You know guys, I don't even know what to title today's video because there's so many different conflicting aspects of what we have going on today. I mean, on one hand, even if you're a Call of Duty hater or a rage bait, oh my god, clicks, easy clicks. Shut the fuck up, fat ass. Listen up, man. On one hand, even the Call of Duty rage baiters would agree that these changes that we're seeing that we're going to continue covering in today's video, they're actually good. And then on the other hand, you realize that they're not really doing this for the community as they're gonna state multiple times here. Let's just be straight up, it's because the pre-orders are fucking ass, or they might not even be ass, but just not to Call of Duty standards. And on top of that, guys, there is a very massive leak. And I don't want to jump the gun, I don't think anybody wants to, but there might be a very significant change coming to Call of Duty that we're gonna cover, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinions on it. And we're gonna get into that right now, but before we do, guys, I need you to ground pound slam Batista bomb Lizzo sitting down at the McDonald's chair waiting for a fucking order, like the video, and subscribe if you're new, guys. We're getting super close to 60K. We got some cool shit planned out for that, guys, and join the party. And without further ado, guys, let's get right into this. So this comes out from Call of Duty's official Twitter. They say, as we mentioned earlier this week, we've updated some of our Vault Edition operators based on community feedback. Here's a fresh look at Karma, Harper, Reaper, and new details on Ted. So here's the thing, right? So if you want to take a look at what these skins look like outside of this screenshot that they had, they have it posted all over the place on Twitter. I'm not going to show them because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't support extra microtransactions on top of the purchase of the game. So I'm not here to promote bundles and skins. I'm very much less interested in showing what they are. If you're interested in that content, go ahead and take a look at fucking Dyke Dynamite, alright? Over here, we are pro-community. We're not pro-fucking Activision abusing everybody, you know, face down, ass up, gooch lickers, you know, eating Activision's ass lint from the back for some fucking money and shit. Not about that here on this channel. What we're about is explaining why this type of shit is going down and exposing the legitimate truth. And the legitimate truth is, right here they say that they're doing this based off of community feedback, but why is the community feedback so heavy? It's because this game is just another cycle of bullshit, and we've talked about this several times. Every single reason I dislike modern Call of Duty has been detailed in several of my videos, but for this title in specific, the pre-orders are lower than what they should be, and I think everybody would agree. And number two, there's a game called Battlefield 6, which you're probably looking at in the background, that honestly just does the war look significantly better than Call of Duty. And Call of Duty was one of the first games ever to introduce this fresh, modernized war look that since then has kind of just gone down the drain. I mean, look, BEAVIS and BUTTHEAD, American Dad, this is the type of shit that you don't see in war. And so when people respond with things like this, it's actually crazy how scared of Battlefield 6 they are. So crazy they actually listen to their fan base for once. I think this is a very valid take. I think people are finally waking up to the thought that you can't just bullshit your consumers for years on years on years, because eventually they're gonna grow tired of the shit. And when they're tired of it, of course, you're gonna have the gooch lickers come out here in defense mode. Motherfuckers like this guy talking about, if by fan base you mean vocal minority, then sure.
Boy, you nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the fuck type of nigga is you, bro?
I mean, this is the type of talk that gets us nowhere in the community, because then you're giving Activision the impression that the feedback they're listening to is simply because of the vocal minority, and that's just not the case. The pre-orders will show that. If the vocal minority are the only people that have a problem with what's going on in Call of Duty, then they wouldn't have noticed such a significant drop-off in the pre-orders, as well as the player count drops that are recorded anywhere that you can see them, such as Steam. So let's get this vocal minority bullshit the fuck out of here, because if it weren't for the vocal minority, then you would still have a dog shit product. And it's not like this game is any better than it was before. They're just making visual aspect changes to things that you need to purchase. And while I can come out here as a Call of Duty hater or rage baiter, whatever the fuck you want to call me, even though I can come out here and be like, yeah, this was a good change, it's still not enough. And thankfully, I'm not the only person that sees it this way, alright? There is significantly more people that are talking about this by expressing how they want more. Now, in response to that Call of Duty tweet, look at the type of shit that people are asking for. Remove SBMM and EOMM is seemingly the biggest talking point now when it comes to Activision actually listening to feedback, because while yeah, it's great you like adjusted the dog shit skins to look a little bit less worse than they were before, for the sake of money by the way, let's talk about what the actual community wants. I think it's time we call in our certified coach. His name is Coach Master Fooly. He comes out here with a tweet, by the way, follow me on Twitter, FoolyCod. Good job making your Vault Edition skins less cringeworthy. Now reduce and remove SBMM next. Something that'll actually get pre-orders back in your favor. Anyone crying about us asking for more is an absolute moron. The community deserves better, and while this is maybe looking the right direction, it certainly isn't enough. The community's complacency and complaints over other people's complaints is what gets us this shit in the first place, that they end up changing anyways. They aren't making these changes for people who don't have an issue with Call of Duty. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Now listen!
Once again, we can look at something like them adjusting paid skins in a fairly positive manner while still being able to ask for more, because that certainly isn't enough. Because honestly, who does that change cater to? It only caters to the people that bought the Vault Edition. What about literally everybody else that is not yet convinced to pre-order? Or to the people that are simply not going to pre-order and they're waiting for the actual details of the gameplay and people's reviews to see if they actually want to try it out. And sorry to spoil this for everybody, but people with a conscious working brain do not want to play a multiplayer game that is going to rig their experiences using SBMM and EOMM for the end result that some shitter out there is going to purchase more things in the shop, alright? Most people, when they get that hint, they're not going to want to play the game. So when a lot of us start asking, hey, you know what, maybe this is the time that you announce that you're either reducing or completely removing SBMM and actually acknowledge EOMM, and by all means, get that shit the fuck out of here too. If you don't know what EOMM is, it's called Engagement Optimized Matchmaking, which means every little thing you do, any which way you engage with the game, is going to be tracked. It's going to be put into some algorithm out there that's going to produce you in a specific match with certain circumstances, like which kind of teammates you're gonna get. If you're out there slide canceling all the fucking time, this algorithm's gonna pick it up. It's gonna say, okay, this guy keeps on slide canceling. We're gonna put him against a bunch of sweats.
Please! Please! No!
Or they're gonna see that, okay, wait, this guy purchases a lot of skins, so let's put him in a lobby filled with dog shitters so that one, he gets an easier match, which therefore reinforces him continuing to play, and at the same time, it serves as free advertisement to a lot of fucking shitters out there that might think to themselves, hey, this guy with this skin keeps on killing me. I'm gonna go buy that shit so that I can be good too. And look, to a lot of us out there, we're gonna look at that and be like, well, hold on, even if this guy has a skin, I'm not purchasing that shit. Well, that's us, okay? We are not the susceptible bunch that Activision is working these algorithms for. Believe it or not, there is a specified group of people, alright? I don't wanna call them stupid, but they're just susceptible, okay? They're very young. Some of these people like seeing like Beavis and Butthead cartoon skins, or they like seeing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins. Some of these guys ask for fucking Pokemon skins. These are the people that this algorithm is working for. And I'm sorry to get that entire tangent out, but I kinda had to. The reason I had to is because a very large part of SBMM and EOMM is this notion that when you finish a match, you are backed out of the lobby and re-queued based off of your performance, based off of your recent performance, based off of what your teammates just did, what the enemy team just did, and the algorithm goes ahead, uses their fucking blender method again, and spits you back out in a lobby full of different people to enhance their matchmaking and cater to somebody else's experience, which is not how the shit should go. That method is called disbanding lobbies, and a lot of real motherfuckers out here really dislike that shit. And thankfully, guys, we might be getting away from it. Take a look at this tweet from the Ghost of Hope. He says, very big grain of salt leak. Treyarch developers are currently pushing to remove disbanding lobbies from Black Ops 7. I'm gonna look at this from an objective lens, okay? Disbanding lobbies is dog shit. Majority of people that realize what is happening when their lobbies disband, they probably don't want disbanding lobbies either, okay? But this is the part that is difficult. While this is such a massive thing for the community, number one, it shouldn't have to be a massive thing for the community, okay? This should have never happened in the first place. The original Call of Duty games, especially from the Golden Era, they didn't have this bullshit, alright? Skill-based matchmaking existed only in a way that the biggest shitters of all the shitters played against each other, and everybody else, even if you were minutely a dog shitter, I don't even know if that's a word, they could still play against people that were sweats. And with everybody in the middle, everybody had the equal chance of playing against each other based off of their ping, because matchmaking us based off of our ping is literally the best way to have a smooth experience. Unfortunately, we got away from that, and now we're getting the news that this might be changing. But here's the thing, there's two things that are preventing this from happening. Number one, Activision, because like I just mentioned to you guys, EOMM and skill-based matchmaking, which is how disbanding lobbies happen, that entire process has an end result of getting people to purchase shit. So what this means is less disbanding lobbies likely means less money and revenue for Activision. Obviously, they don't like that shit. What are the chances that they actually budge on this? I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's very unlikely. But here's the second thing, guys. While a lot of us in the community are fighting for this change, and even myself, I've talked about this several times. I've talked about skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, the dangers of it, the downsides of it. I've talked about it all in great length. I can spread my message out there to 50,000 fucking people, which is absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for that. But there still exists a group of gooch-licking fucking morons that are going to try to stomp on this message by claiming we're just rage baiting for easy clicks and money. These guys are trying to shut us the fuck up because they're jealous that we get fucking views. I'm sorry, man. Be more entertaining. How about that? And number two, maybe don't defend a company as dog shit as Activision, man. I mean, guys, we have content creators that literally go against people that try to give critical feedback to Activision, which is stupid. And then there's other people on Twitter, like NPCs like this. If anybody thinks non-disbanding lobbies is a problem, here's the solution: hit B or escape. Like, shut the fuck up. This guy simply doesn't understand how disbanding lobbies happens. He simply doesn't understand what the process is in the background. And I don't blame him if he's listening to a bunch of other gooch slickers that don't know what the fuck is happening, that are defending Activision. Now guys, I'm gonna come out here and say it again. I think the chances that disbanding lobbies and SBMM reducing is extremely low. But thankfully, there's people that are sensible like myself and a lot of the people that are watching this video and people that watch other people's videos and other content creators out there that are actually spreading the message that maybe, just maybe, there is a chance that this happens if the community feedback is large enough. The same way that they're responding, quote unquote, to community feedback about skins and all these other things. Perhaps the same can happen with something like disbanding lobbies or SBMM and EOMM. What are the chances? Once again, it's very low. But I'm gonna tell you one certain way that it will never happen. It's never gonna happen if we keep on having a bunch of fucking morons out there that complain about people complaining to get everybody a better experience. Please understand this point in closing right now, guys. If we complain that the skins are dog shit and that we want things to be a little bit cheaper, or maybe we complain that disbanding lobbies is bad for most consumers and customers and people in the fan base, we say those things in the hopes that they get fixed and addressed, which would ultimately benefit everybody, not just us. It would benefit every single person. The people that complain about us complaining, at the end of the day, I don't care which way you cut it, you are actively trying to prevent a progressive benefit for yourself and everybody else along with you. You absolute mouth-breathing sheep bitch. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on Activision's quote-unquote changes based off of the community feedback? And what do you think of disbanding lobbies possibly ending? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.